Hey everyone, I'm Cosmic and welcome to the Cloud. This is like, I was gonna say I'm streaming earlier. This was like my normal time for a while, and then I kept having work on Saturdays, so I had to stream later. But yes, we are live now. Hello Dusty, hello Zinknova. I'm just gonna hop right into a game. We're gonna try X rank. I haven't played Splatoon 3 in like a minute. How long? Well, I went on that trip. It's been over a week since I've actually even played the game, and possibly like 2 weeks. So maybe jumping into X rank is not the best idea, but this is the rotation I like the most, so we're gonna give it a shot. Oh my god, it's playing this song. Okay, well, we're gonna have to change that. But yeah, hope you guys have been doing good. I know it's been a while since, I mean, it's been 2 weeks since a stream, and it's been like 2 months since an actual upload. I mean, I had, you know, a couple videos, but, you know, since like a real upload. I'm working on the ranking video still. It is making very good progress. And then I don't know what we'll do after that, to be honest. I don't have like a super solid plan for what is to come, but we'll figure it out. I forgot it takes forever to get into X rank games. Maybe we will not do this. Also, that poll, I put up a poll for Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 3, and it was a lot closer than I thought it would be, to be honest. But I ended up going with 3 because it has been a minute, and I don't know. I guess it's fun to switch back and forth between the games. I swear every time I want to play it's Scorch and rotation. Yeah. I mean, I'm not loving the maps right now when series are open, but we'll see. Hopefully X rank, because I do really like. Well, I don't like love Mako Rainmaker, but it's like pretty solid, and Crab Lake Rainmaker I actually really like. So, hopefully we'll have a good time here. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have stopped the guy from playing the Rainmaker. Ooh, okay. Jeez. Okay, dang, the double with the crab bomb. Uh-oh. They did not stop that. They did not stop that. Come on. Nice. Kind of not... I don't want to have to use this Booyah Bomb defensively, because I'm sure, yeah, we can get this pop. Okay. Rather be more aggro with this. Cool. Shoot. It is Splatoon 3, yes. Oh, the trip was good. I just saw friends and we did some cool stuff. We went like rock climbing and saw a movie and just like went out to eat a few times and stuff and played games. It was cool. Nice break from things. Oh boy. Hello Martin, welcome. Okay, that was, my aim was not good, but theirs was even worse. I'm gonna double Booyah Bomb here. Can we? Okay, we're going that way. Of course we are. Don't know why we are going that way. Okay. I'm definitely locking in a little bit more than normal because it is X rank. Oh, come on. And I'm not currently in the middle of yapping about something. Can we? Nope. Okay. Oh, geez, that's you. I thought you were my teammate. Okay. Okay, well, maybe we can actually take it left since it's over here. Because we can probably get lead pretty easily if we just do this jump on left. I kind of need my team to be there. Nice. That bubble is making things difficult. Meant to shoot that over the ledge. Oh, no. That crab is not good. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know how I'm still alive. Trying to think, has there been any, like, big news for, like, Nintendo stuff? I know they posted, like, the specific, enhancements that each game is getting that's getting, like, a Switch 2 patch. There hasn't been anything, like, crazy. Eurovision Finals? I don't know what that is. Is that a Splatoon thing or like sports? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Oh, nice, that bomb. Okay. I mean, they didn't get any more points. Jeez. This game is so winnable. We just need to... Oh, they don't see the guy flanking. That's not good. I probably shouldn't jump to where the guy is flanking. That was not my best move. Okay, well, at least I got him. 30 seconds. Just take it left. Just take it left. This way, this way, this way. Oh my god, please take it left. I mean, okay, maybe if we have it all the way over here, I guess we might as well just keep taking it right. And we lost it again. Okay, we can pop in 10 seconds. Come on. Just do it. Just do it. Just do the thing. Okay, 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 okay. We literally need 1 point. I don't think we got the point. It's a not so European song contest. I will probably not be watching that because I've never even heard of it, but cool. Feel locked in just watching? Yeah, I was trying. We kinda threw at the end there, unfortunately, but I went 20-5. Okay, I was trying. I was trying my best, man. Oh my god, that's... How is that a high place? Okay, dude, the NA X rank is such a joke. Like, what do you mean 1700 power is top 5000? I don't even understand. We're gonna just keep playing it. I don't understand. I don't understand anymore. Anyway. Oh, hey, Space Boy. Oh, I forgot to change the song. Oh my god. I've never been a Star Wars guy, no. Hello, Windows fan. The funny thing about, the ranking video, too, is because it's so long, I'm basically using the entire soundtrack of, like, every Splatoon single player in that video. Like, I'm literally, like, out of... You know, besides, like, you know, more obscure things or, like, cutscene music, I've genuinely used, like, every single level track already. Like, it's getting to the point that I'm having to use, like, the final boss themes. Just for the sake of not, like, repeating a song. Which I guess makes sense, but it's just, it's a long video. Yeah, X-Rank, I mean, I've never liked the X-Rank system. Like, they definitely need to combine the regions again, because separating the regions, like, didn't... It, you know... They literally had to ban Japan from picking other regions, and then all of the people who actually, like, want to be good in the other regions just pick the Japan region. So, like, it just doesn't... it doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. It just makes queue times longer for basically no benefit. And then, yeah, the point system has just always been... I've just never liked how it works, and I don't know. We'll see. actually not a bad move, maybe? Oh, okay, well. Like, video games you grew up around the time the prequels were released, your favorite Mario game takes up his space and you don't like Star Wars? Yeah, I don't know, I didn't grow up watching it. I was like a Harry Potter kid. That was kind of my, like, movie series. Well, I read the books too, but, like, I was more of a Harry Potter guy. Which is, I do feel like I'm more of a sci-fi person now than a fantasy person. So that's kind of interesting, but Star Wars sci-fi is just like, I don't know. I just find the movies kind of boring. I haven't really, I watched the first one. I haven't seen that many of them. I've seen like the first one, and I saw like Last Jedi in theaters, which I know people generally don't like, so maybe that's not a great impression, but I don't know. It just has never been a series that has really captivated me. There we go. Hello, Minecraft Wiz. Welcome to the stream. Oh, can I take that guy out? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. The first, I don't know. Like the first movie that came out, I'm pretty sure. Alright. I mean, I always, like, I've had friends who are into it. I know, like, the memes and stuff, and like, all my friends had, like, toy lightsabers growing up. But yeah, I don't know, I just never really... I mean, because maybe it's just because, like, my parents didn't really watch it either. Like, I don't know. I assume they saw, like, the first one in theaters, maybe. I don't remember when it came out, so I don't know. Maybe not, but... I don't know. None of my friends have ever been, like, so into it that they've, like, you know, wanted me to get into it also, so I just haven't really been exposed. $77. Okay, yeah. My dad probably saw it then. But I don't think he's, like, thought about it much. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's like a, you know, I respect I respect the movie, and like for what it was at the time and everything, it just like it didn't really do anything for me. And now it has the whole like Disney problem of like them trying to turn it into like a million TV shows and stuff, where it's just like I just have no motivation to get into the franchise when it's like it would just be so much catch up. Not that like, you know, you need to experience it in real time or whatever, but it's just, I don't know, it's not something I've ever cared for. Okay, I've been much less locked in on this game, and we are losing. I don't know if we're even gonna get overtime. We are not gonna get overtime. Okay, that's fine. I loved Harry Potter, though. I know, you know, J.K. Rowling has issues now, and like you know, there are problematic elements of the series for sure, but still, growing up with it, you know, for me was very special, and I still like the movies a lot. Yeah, that one was not as good. My favorite Harry Potter movie is Order of the Phoenix, which is the 5th one. It's been a long time since I read the books. I know my favorite book is not 5. I think the movie for Order of the Phoenix is just like the best kind of standalone, like start to end story. It just has some of like my favorite moments. I just really like Harry's character in that one. And like Voldemort, and just there's just cool moments and good character moments and stuff. But the book for Order of the Phoenix is like, it's like the longest one in the series, and it's like half the book is just them complaining about like homework and stuff, and it's like it's it's way too much that did not need to be there. So I don't know. My favorite book might be Deathly Hallows, honestly. Half-Blood Prince is good. I've been rewatching the movies with my friends. And we just did Order of the Phoenix, so I'm gonna be watching Half-Blood Prince again tonight, so can give an updated opinion on it next week maybe. But yeah, I do really like Half-Blood Prince. But for me, it's just like, just as a standalone movie, like as a part of the series, Half-Blood Prince is really good. But I think it's so much just setup for Deathly Hallows that I think it doesn't function as well as its own movie. Because, like, the Half-Blood Prince, like, doesn't even, like... It's not that it doesn't matter, but it's like... I don't know. Some of the titles of the Harry Potter movies I think are weird. Like, I definitely think 4 should be called the Triwizard Tournament, not the Goblet of Fire. I think Order of the Phoenix should probably just be called the Department of Mysteries. I don't know what you would call Half-Blood Prince, but probably not Half-Blood Prince. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are named after things that don't actually, like, they're not actually what the main story is about, or like the most important part of it. One of my friends did really like the Clone Wars. So I've heard very good things about that. Oh. Okay. There, nope. Okay. Masterpiece of cinema. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Maybe once I'm done going through Harry Potter with friends, maybe we can have Star Wars be our next series. I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to watch all of them, but I can bring it up. Can ask them what their favorites are. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan was there. Nope. I blew up. What even got me there? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh. What are like new movies coming out? I don't know. The only movie I've been like excited for in recent memory was like Sonic 3. I was like, for some reason, I don't know, I was very like actually hyped for that movie. I don't really know what's coming out this year. I don't really like follow movie news. I just like find out they exist when I, you know, if the first trailer comes out or whatever. Oh boy. I tried. Yeah, the movies, the books definitely have more like problematic stuff, and like, you know, I fully acknowledge all that. You know, there are definitely issues with the franchise, but I just think the overall what the movies do with like the characters and the themes and stuff are pretty solid, and the music is, I mean obviously it's so iconic, but it's very good. Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, I did see I watched the Thunderbolts. It was okay. I feel like people have overhyped it a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm pretty indifferent to Marvel stuff at this point. Like, I enjoyed, you know, from like Iron Man through Endgame a lot, and then ever since I just feel like it's been extremely hit or miss, with mostly misses. There's been a lot of really, really bad Marvel movies. So Thunderbolts was like decent, and I think it's, you know, people are praising it because it's not terrible. I don't know. It felt like a modern Marvel to me, in like a bad way, I guess. Just the way the characters are written and stuff. It was all right, and there were definitely good moments. The whole like void scene is pretty cool, but I don't know. I guess my main thing is just like, the movie ended and I was just kind of like, that's it? Like, it felt like it was like 2 acts of a story to me. Which, like, you know, they're setting up for like a whole new arc of stuff, but like, I don't know, it kind of felt like a cliffhanger. But like, it wasn't really presented as one. I don't know, it was kind of strange. All of my friends I watched it with enjoyed it more than me. But I was just kind of iffy on it. Completely stopped paying attention to Marvel after Endgame. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've definitely watched them less consistently. Thor: Love and Thunder is like my least favorite movie of all time, I think. That or Multiverse of Madness. Thor bothered me more. Multiverse of Madness was just like a bad movie. Thor was like offensive. Like, God, that movie sucks so much. But yeah, the Spider-Mans have been pretty good. Those might be the only good ones. I can't remember. I didn't watch. Oh, the Black Panther one was okay. That wasn't great. Guardians 3 was pretty good, but I also don't like that as much as most people seem to. Hello, Destiny. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch WandaVision, so maybe, like, you're clearly supposed to watch that before watching Multiverse of Madness, I guess. But Wanda was, I don't know what they were doing with Wanda at all. That was just really weird. I haven't watched the movie in a long time, so I honestly don't even remember that well, but like, yeah, her being a villain just didn't make sense. It was just weird. And then like the evil Doctor Strange, like what? Have they like followed up on that yet? Or is like there just that weird scene at the end where he grows the third eye and then it just cuts out? Like, I don't I don't know what happened there. And then Fantastic Four is like, I've watched one of the Fantastic Four movies. They've rebooted it like 4 times, haven't they? Like, I don't know I feel like they just kind of make a mediocre Fantastic Four movie and then forget they exist for 10 years and then try making another one. I did not watch Shang-Chi. I heard that was good. I don't really... Well, that was a movie, right? I was gonna say. I haven't really watched the shows. Like, I heard Moon Knight was good. I don't like Marvel enough to watch a whole show. I think Marvel is fun for 2-hour bursts or, you know, 3 hours of its endgame. But, like, I just can't sit down. Loki season 1 was good. That was, like, the exception. And then they ruined it in season 2. So... yeah, I should watch Shang-Chi. I didn't see that one. Do you think you'll buy a Switch 2 if they make a Splatoon 4? I have already pre-ordered a Switch 2, so I will have one, regardless of whether or not that happens, but yes, I assume Splatoon 4 will happen on it eventually. I have not watched the Spider-Man show. Look, my Forge, hang on. I just saw my Forge Splattershot Pro falling like 200 feet down the side of the skyscraper. That was... I don't know why it didn't despawn. That was funny. Yeah, I just... Last Jedi was just like, it came out and all my friends wanted to see it, so I just went to the movies with them. You know, not really as a Star Wars fan, obviously, so I had no, like, expectations. I actually remembered, like, not hating it, but... I know a lot of the reasons people do hate it is because of... Well, I don't really know, but I know for Star Wars fans it was not a good one. Oh yeah, Marvel Rivals, yeah. Rivals is pretty cool in terms of, like, adapting the characters and stuff. I don't care much for the game itself, but it is kind of cool to see that. I don't know, I've never really been a comic guy, so I can't say too much on that front, but, you know, I just like the movies sometimes. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse is my favorite movie ever, so that's something I'm excited for. But I mean, that's Sony. That's not really MCU or Marvel. It's kind of Marvel, but you know. I do hope Beyond the Spider-Verse will deliver. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's why we don't play X-Rank. But I don't want to play these. God, I do not want to play those. I mean, okay, series actually isn't that bad. Clam's Undertow isn't terrible. Maybe we can try some series. Let's listen to something. I don't know, I'm trying to put on like a different song than normal. Let's do Acid Hues. I love Acid Hues. Okay. Misunderstood, Luke Skywalker. Oh yeah. I'll be real, I barely remember that movie. Yeah. I mean, I imagine if I had cared previously, that would probably be very disappointing. Do 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 do. I just remember the one scene where it's like I don't remember. There's like the woman character hands him like the lightsaber and then he just like throws it away. And then that like made people mad. I don't know the context of it at all. But there was like an audible like crowd reaction to that when it happened. Then Rise of Skywalker came out and made Last Jedi look like a masterpiece? Oh, okay. Oh god. I mean, that's the thing as like an outsider to the Star Wars like fandom too, is like you just hear people say that like half of the movies are garbage. And I'm sure that's just like, you know, any series. But like it's just kind of funny. Because we're like, oh yeah, you should watch it, except don't watch like 60% of it. And it's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, depending on who you ask, they're gonna tell you to watch a different, you know, half of the entire franchise. No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans, yeah. Do 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 do. I mean, you know, as certified like number, maybe not number 1, but number 2 or 3 Return the Mammalians hater. I understand. Oh, come on. I know the Marvel movie Eternals exists. I do not know anything about it or like anyone who has seen it. I think my sister watched it actually and said it was good, but like none of my friends did and I didn't, so cannot say anything about it. Whoa, you're here. Why are you here? Blow up, please. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not in like a clam blitz state of mind right now. Shoot. Really? Oh, he just shot me. No, that was the torpedo, man. Well, yeah, see, there you go. Now, we already have people in chat saying entirely, well, not entirely different things, but yeah. With well, yeah, because isn't... I think the thing with Pikmin is that, like, 3 is, like, a sequel to 1, and then 2 and 4 are kind of similar, but, like, different. So it's like, you're either going to be a fan of 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. I mean, some people are a fan of all of them, but, like, they kind of alternate the, like, style, is what I've heard. I do wonder, I mean... You know, I just wonder what the ramifications of not to like, you know, how can I make this about Splatoon, but this is a Splatoon stream. But like with the ramifications of like Return of the Mammalians, like if we're at like Splatoon 5, do you think people are gonna say, oh, just like skip the story for Splatoon 3, that doesn't matter? that's the bad one. Or is like Alterna lore gonna be too important that people are gonna have to play it? Or like, is Grizz gonna still matter somehow? I just hope they get it right next time, man. I just like, I know we're not gonna get some like super deep, incredible story, but just give us one that's like, you know, that's okay. That is true. I mean, we bring up, yeah. Oh yeah, Deltarune. There was some Deltarune stuff. There was like new Spampton sweepstakes pages. You know, and it didn't reveal anything like mind-blowing, but that was kind of cool for Toby to casually just drop that. Oh yeah, and like the bad ending of Spampton A Spampton. So yeah, I don't know if that happened. I'm very excited. I mean, it's so soon. I keep forgetting how soon the Switch 2 and Deltarune really are, but it's... Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy weekend. Hello, Goku. Yeah, less than 3 weeks. Uh-oh. Thanks, okay. Oh my god, well... Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it at that guy in particular. Come on. Okay. We can extend this. I believe. Ah! The jump. Oh no, okay. I thought I died to the wave breaker. That is slightly less embarrassing. Only have 300 left to pay it off. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be real. I don't know. It will be weird at first because it's like I don't know. I guess everyone's just gonna be on Mario Kart. I don't know. Again, I feel like it's weird to launch a console. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been around for that many console launches, but I guess in my mind, like, it just makes more sense to do, like, a giant single-player game like Breath of the Wild, which is what I've been saying. So, like, I don't know, everyone just playing Mario Kart. Like, I guess there's the open world aspect of it, so, like, maybe everyone will just be sinking hours into that, but I don't know. It will be interesting to see if people kind of, like, you know... I guess it's different than, like, a Wii U to Switch situation, because, like, you know, when the Switch came out, is when I was personally getting, like, super into Splatoon 1. So I was frequently actually switching between my Switch and my Wii U. Because I was playing Breath of the Wild, then going back to play Splatoon 1. And then, like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out, but then I wanted to go play Splatoon 1. So until Splatoon 2 came out, I was, like, frequently still using my Wii U. And obviously it's different now because you're probably just going to transfer all your data to the Switch 2. But, like, I wonder how long Mario Kart will sustain us before we just kind of start, you know, going back to Switch 1 games for a bit before more stuff comes out. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I guess Mario Kart will probably carry us to Donkey Kong at least. I feel like we've still seen so little of that game. Like, I don't know. I'm still just really don't know how to feel about it. Because I still have mixed feelings about it not being a Mario game, and I also just... I don't know. I guess they're probably going to ramp up the marketing after Mario Kart comes out, but, like, it's just a weird... I don't know, it's a weird time frame. It's weird to launch a console and then have a game come out a month later that's supposed to be, like, a big heavy hitter, I feel like. They probably wanted it to be a launch title. I don't, because only 1 month. Like, 1 month isn't much time to just, like, polish. Like, you would think the game has been done for a while. I don't know. I really don't know. But we will find out. I will be getting Donkey Kong and maybe streaming it. I'll probably stream, like, my first time playing it, at least. Nice. I missed. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Booyah bomb. Don't really know where I'm trying to do this. Come at that guy. Can I aim? I cannot aim. I cannot aim. But I can survive, apparently. And I'm wave breakered. Okay, come on. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I think it makes sense to wait, like, for most people. If I didn't have, like, you know, several friends who were getting it at launch, I feel like I would probably be able to wait, but I do kind of, I want to be a part of it on day one. I am enough of a fanboy. Oh, come on. I mean, I think it, you know, it's not surprising that people are going to compare superhero characters. Well, there is that new Superman coming out. I've never been a big Superman guy, but I also just haven't seen a good Superman movie or show or anything, and I assume they exist. I'm pretty sure I've only seen Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, which were not good. Man of Steel was okay. Batman vs. Superman was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I feel like I've only seen bad DC movies, and I think, I don't know. I don't know if I just don't like DC or if I just have like somehow only watched the bad ones. Yeah, I mean, on a base level, I would say most Marvel characters are more compelling to me because they don't have the, like, insane power level of Superman. But, again, I haven't really, you know, I haven't analyzed any quality Superman media, so I can't really have a super informed opinion about that. I haven't seen the trailer or anything for the new Superman, but I know a guy who likes movies a lot, and he thinks it looks really good, so I'll go with that opinion. Did I watch Justice League? I don't even remember. Oh, I saw Wonder Woman. That one was like okay. I don't know. There's just something about DC movies that are just like they don't hit for me. Nope. Oh, hello, Emzo. Okay, I see that you are the person from before. Oh, I blew up. Okay, torpedoes, man. I hate torpedoes. Oh, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy director. Okay. I don't know. I don't love Guardians of the Galaxy as much as most people do, I feel like. They're pretty good. I think I like 2 the most. 3 for me was like not, I don't know. The villain was just very kind of nothing burger. I like the villain character of 2. I just think it's an interesting concept. I think I'm honestly just a little tired of Chris Pratt too. I still hold a slight grudge for Chris Pratt Mario, to the point that I like he makes sense as Star-Lord, and he plays the role well, but then you see him in every other movie and realize he plays pretty much the exact same role, and it's like, but yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, it's the main actor. I don't think it's that much of a reach, but yeah. I just don't think Chris Pratt is an amazing actor. So I think that's part of me not loving Guardians, because he's pretty much the main character. He was good. I think the Lego Movie is his best role. Like, I think he's I think he plays Emmett better than any other character I've seen him play. Because he actually, like, does things with his voice. Like, I don't know, I just feel like he has no, like, there's no change in infliction. Like, Star-Lord is just, like, I'm Star-Lord. I don't give a fuck. I listen to 80s music. I want to fuck Gamora. I just like, I don't know. Emmett, he like actually has like a lot more range. Oh, come on. Cool. Were we gonna like score clams or like okay. I know everyone just like left. That was weird. Splatter shot with respawn Punisher. Okay. How long? My water bottle's covering the timer. Okay, 45 minutes. Just curious how long we've been going. Ah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to turn it into a Mario rant, but like, the Mario voice drives me so insane. Have I been splatting the toons good today, or has your toon been splatted? I think we have been losing more than winning, but to be fair, some of that was in X rank. Okay, hang on. Ah, shoot. We're about to lose this, aren't we? Don't let them get the ball. Don't let them get the ball. Yeah, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. I hate Respawn Punisher. I want it to be removed from the game. I don't know if I want to play this rotation anymore. Oh, it changes soon. What's Salmon Run? Oh no. Okay, we're not playing Salmon Run. No, we're definitely not doing that. Let's try Open just to mix things up a bit. I don't like Eeltail zones at all, but Flounder's good. So we'll try. We'll try. Does the Scottish Prime Minister talk about sturgeons? I don't know what the context of that would be, but... it just should be 2 zones. If Eeltail zones was 2 zones, it wouldn't even, like, be terrible. It wouldn't be great, but it'd be a lot better. Oh, her name is Sturgeon. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just a issue of oversaturation with Chris Pratt. Like, I do think he's not a great actor, but if he wasn't in, like, every movie ever, it would be less noticeable and less of an issue. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Also, yeah, I mean, there's just all the random obstacles in the zone that don't need to be there. What are you doing? You're dying. Okay, cool. Also, yeah, I forgot about Garfield. I don't know anyone who saw that movie. Oh, God. I mean, I guess it was more of a... Well, I don't know. I don't know what the target demographic of Garfield is. I'd say that was more of like a kid's movie, but... I don't know. I watch a lot of animated movies that are sometimes considered kids' movies, so... Hard to say. Yeah, I've never been like a Garfield guy, and I was not going to watch a Chris Pratt version of it. Come on, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I just don't get why, like, the end-all be-all for every single franchise is a movie. Like, Garfield can just be a comic strip, and it doesn't need to be a movie. A movie is not, like, the ultimate version of Garfield. It's just a different medium that will make them a lot of money. But it's not, like... I don't know. I don't know if I would like a Calvin and Hobbes movie. I don't know. Because I love Calvin and Hobbes, but I just think it works as a comic. Yeah, well, that's why it's... I mean, I guess that makes it like a family movie, but it's like, you know, I feel like probably older people at this point would be more familiar with Garfield and like care more, but I guess, you know, that's like the parents of the kids that are going to the movie, so I don't know. Oh, is the chat really delayed again? Or is that message just not showing up for some reason? I think the chat is delayed. Oh no, that message... Huh, okay, weird. I don't know why your message did not appear. Yeah, it's parent nostalgia, kids, because it's a talking animal. Like, I get the vision in terms of the business plan. It's just not very artistically inspired. Splatoon Bible? I mean, that's kind of what the art books are. Not exactly, but... Well, I mean, we have the Splatoon base, like, lore timeline. That's the closest thing we have to a Splatoon Bible. Wow, ooh, okay, we're alive. Ah, okay, that's fine. Garfield visual novel. Yeah, we do have squeeze this. Yeah, I don't... It's so annoying, like... I get that it's like a relatively niche market, but to just, you know, they stopped working with that one with Dark Horse for some reason. I forget exactly what happened there, but they're not working with Dark Horse to localize the art books anymore, and then they just didn't get a replacement, so they just aren't in English now, and it's like, dude. Come on, 1 point. Nice. If the Bible was exclusive to Japan. Well, only the New Testament of Hikaru Walker and Splatoon 3, I guess. Well, and Bon Kala Walker. I don't know. Somehow I'm already like catalog 70, which like I don't even know how that happened. I don't know when I played this season. I feel like I've barely been playing Splatoon 3. Well, not barely, but by my standards at least. Was there... what was the Splatfest? There was Springfest. That did happen. That already feels so long ago. Yeah, well, it was, when are you most productive? That's what it was. I just had forgotten if a Splatfest had even happened this season. Okay. They did not see me. Okay, maybe we don't do that. Is that gonna cap our zone? No, it's not. Jeez, they are holding this down. There's like 3 specials on that, and still not painted. You've missed every rerun fest? Yeah, I mean, fair enough. If you weren't on Big Man's team, then you would have lost them all anyway. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not surprised Knight won. Goblin Gamers. Come on. Please. Please. I want to be playing this map in Splatoon 1 right now. Can we paint the zone for 2 seconds? Okay, you go back and paint your zone so that we can paint our zone. How about that? I didn't even that did not hit their zone. This is going so well. Cosmic Tri-Slosher. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been much to bring people in. I'm hoping the 10th anniversary... I don't think we're getting game content for the 10th anniversary, but I hope they do, like... I hope they do something kind of special. I don't know. I don't want to, like, get my hopes up. I'm hoping it's more than just a post on Twitter. I don't know, man. I mean, I still like the game enough. I don't know. I like streaming it. Streaming helps make it more interesting. I imagine with Switch 2, I will probably fall off Splatoon for a bit as I get into other games. But we'll see. That was a valiant attempt with that angle shooter, but did not quite work out. Okay, this is literally winnable. We just had to, like, paint our own zone that one time. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm trying to not die. Okay, I died. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for official translations. I feel like they should at least translate the Splatoon 3 art book. Hiker or Walker, I kind of don't mind at this point just because we have the fan translation. But yeah, it would be nice. Ugh, excuse me, it would be nice. I started yawning mid-sentence. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how similar the philosophy is with Mario Kart versus Splatoon, but I mean, I'm hoping, my hope is that all the maps are new. I don't know if that's unrealistic, but I would hope they just have, you know, a whole new design, well, not even a new design philosophy, but just closer to Splatoon 1's, where the maps are big and have lots of options, and they just make all new maps. I feel like that would definitely help the game stand apart from the 3 previous ones. But I don't know. My hope is that they're good. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. Money. Wow. Do I like karting? Like Mario Kart or like real life? What, is just Sturgeon again? I guess it was series before. Keep liking the X rank rotation the most. Okay, let's you know, let's just play some shot. Let's just play some shot, because I like winning games. Go-karts IRL, I have enjoyed them. I haven't done it in a very long time. But yeah, go-karting is fun. I don't like the hero shot. My favorite is still just the normal one. And I 5-starred all of them, so no real point. I'm pretty sure there are just there's like a Splatoon 1 and a Splatoon 2 playlist that have a chance of playing in the jukebox. So it's like the song changes every hour, but sometimes the quote-unquote song will just be like the Splatoon 1 match intro and then a bunch of Splatoon 1 battle music, or the same thing for Splatoon 2. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah, a ping system, it would just be so easy to implement. It's like literally just open the map and aim your cursor like normal and then just press a button to like put a point down. It would be very nice. At least if you could do that like in friend lobbies, that would be good. Yeah, I mean, my #1 hope for the game is that the maps are bigger. Like, that, I think that is... And I feel like that is, you know... I think the #1 criticism of Splatoon 3 is the maps. I mean, maybe the content cycle, but... I don't know. I feel like in terms of, like, especially at launch, like, the main thing everyone was saying is, like, these maps suck. There was even, like... that, there was a dev interview that, like, potentially was referencing the Pro Chara video, or at least just the notion that everyone was saying, like, hallway maps. And, you know, to which they replied, like, oh, we don't really think about the shape of the map, which is not what you want to hear. But, you know, I'm hoping they do take that criticism to heart. Because I don't know. I can't see them just doing it again. I know it's Nintendo. I know they don't always do things that feel logical or that we would expect them to do, but I just feel like it's been the #1 point of discussion around the game, basically, in terms of, you know, negative or like criticism. Ranked up in Splatoon 2, nice. What if they did it Mario Kart World style? I don't think we need that. Like, that would just be a lot of extra work that wouldn't really benefit the game. Because, you know, they have to make a single player campaign and a multiplayer mode. So, just making an open world, I wouldn't really want the single player to just take place on the multiplayer maps. So, I would not want that. I don't think that would make sense. I would love to get, like, a cohesive map that actually, like, shows where all the maps are in relation to each other, but it doesn't, you know, we don't need to be able to explore all of it. I just want to know for, like, lore reasons. Oh. Yeah, I remember you, Green Gamer. It's only been 2 weeks. Assuming you were on the last stream, which I think you were. I don't know. We're not getting Splatoon 4 news next month. What? That was a weird sound I just made. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to survive. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I mean, I think the maps being bigger would hopefully aid the aesthetic, because they would naturally just kind of make parts of the environment more, you know, naturally fit into the actual gameplay, but, you know, it's hard to say for sure. But I agree the maps look worse generally in this game. This map is from Splatoon 1. And this one looks fine. I think for the most part the maps they poured over still look good. It's just, you know, the blocks. I don't like the video gamey blocks everywhere. Which this map doesn't really suffer from. Yeah, I mean, when I say they look bad, I mean, like, the terrain. The backgrounds look great. Well, Flounder looks way worse. Flounder looks worse. Flounder, they got rid of, like, the tree and the grass and the, like, the whole vibe, really. No, they obliterated Flounder. They turned into a COD map. I feel like COD maps are probably better. But unless you just mean because it's gray. Which, yeah. I mean, Makeup Mart's not a mall, though. It's a grocery store. I feel like you can pretty easily differentiate those. I mean, I feel like the most obvious thing is just make the fountain a part of the map, right? Like, what, we're in this weird giant pool of water with fountains on either side. Just put the fountain in the middle of the map and like put platforms around it. Or like the, I know, like the escalator idea that I think like was in a Prochara video. That would have been cool. I don't know, just anything. I just hope the next game looks better in general. Like, I don't know. At least single player wise, Alterna is so ugly, and Side Order like looks good, but just really, really monotonous. I don't know. I feel like, especially with me doing the level ranking video, I don't know if I would say Splatoon 3 is the ugliest game in the series, but it might be. I think maybe it is, actually. Yeah, they need to figure out the lighting. Yeah, I mean, Switch 2, hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll see a jump. Hopefully it'll be a noticeable, you know, improvement. Oh god. That was unfortunate. The UI is good. The menus and stuff are good. I just like the environments is what I mean. Like, I think it's mostly Alterna. Alterna is where most of my issues are. And obviously, I mean, you do have like the Alterna overworld arguably looks as good, if not better, than Octo Canyon. But generally, I'd say it looks worse than the Deep Sea Metro. Like, there are still parts of Octo Expansion that I'm just amazed look as good as they do. I talked about it on, like, the replay stream. But, like, the Abandoned Station, I still think it's just one of the best looking environments on the Switch. Like, I don't know why it looks so good. But they just popped off for that, like, one room where you began Octo Expansion. I mean, there are areas where it's maybe a little too clean and streamlined. I don't think we're at corporate levels yet. Like, it's not like the Mario Party problem, right? Like, Mario Party UI in the new games sucks. And, like, it genuinely... Because it's a game where, you know, the whole time you're, like, looking at, like, menus and text and numbers and stuff. So I think it matters that a Mario Party game has fun UI. And in the new games, it, like, genuinely, like, lessens my experience with the game because it's just, like, you know, default font, white text, you know, like, they don't have fun with it. It's all way too clean and corporate. I think Splatoon is still, like, you know, there's still lots of flavor. There's still lots of flair and, you know, goofiness. I mean, just look at this screen. Like, our win screen is, like, you know, you have the cats and all of the stickers and graffiti and confetti, and like there's still enough going on. And even with the menus, like the match menu is like a hologram thing that looks like a phone. Like, I don't know. I don't think that stuff is really an issue for me, at least. Yeah, there's things here and there that I liked better in the first and second game. But I think generally it is an improvement. I'm the YouTuber that got you into Splatoon. That's cool. I'm glad to get you into it. I mean, I don't need something to be as good as Octo Expansion. Like, I think in terms of, like, personal, like, emotional, intellectual impact, I do not expect a Splatoon campaign to maybe ever affect me as much as Octo Expansion again. I just, in terms of, like, the gameplay, even, like, I just don't feel like I think we can get close, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think there have been, like, very notable flaws with Alterna, and Side Order is just, like, its own thing, but I do think has some, like, pretty objective issues in terms of just the amount of content and the replayability of it, so... Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, I think there is a sense of, like, over-polish with, the map design. I think that's a big issue with the map design in general, and the reason they are so, like, linear and small is because they just kind of have this, like... They've sanded down the edges too much. Whereas, like, Splatoon 1 had some, like, kind of, like, awkward movement in areas and, like, weird, like, you know... I always think of, like, the Arowana Mall, this might be specific, I'm not sure all of you are going to know what I'm talking about, but in Arowana Mall, there's, like, the closed-off path to the right, and in Splatoon 1, there's, like, you know, just one of the blocks, like one of these, but, like, the paintable version, you know, that just appears there in some modes, so that you can get up there, and it's, like, not the same height as the platform you jump to, so there's this awkward, like, 2-inch tall jump you have to make after climbing the block. Like, there's lots of little stuff like that in Splatoon 1 where it's just, like, everything isn't sort of correctly, like, proportional and, like, aligned all the time, but it mostly doesn't matter because the actual just overall flow and movement of the map is a lot more interesting and experimental, you know, which sometimes leads to those kind of rough areas, but it's generally considered worth it. And then, yeah, in Splatoon 3, I think, like, there's consistency, which is in a way a good thing, where, you know, the like unit size of, like, the blocks and the way they build map geometry is very consistent across all of the maps, and, you know, it's generally very, like, clear where the objective is and, like, where you should go and all of that, but it's, you know, at the expense of a lot of the maps feeling very similar and very safe and not as interesting. So, for sure, I think that is, you know, it's a product of it being the third game in the series, of them, you know, maybe not fully understanding the design philosophy of the earlier games, them not wanting to take risks. I think it's all of those things. I mean, I think we can do better than Agent 8, if I'm being honest. Like, that's the thing. Like, I love Agent 8, but even calling them fleshed out is, like... I don't want to say it's, like, a low bar, because I think Agent 8 is really interesting, but it's, like, again, they don't speak, right? We have the mem cakes, and we have, like, maybe a little bit of stuff in Side Order. Like, we can have a much deeper protagonist. And I don't think it would feel particularly, like, it doesn't have to be this super non-Nintendo-y. Like, I know Nintendo doesn't really have, you know, frequently super, like, in-depth characters in that way, but I think we can do a little better than 8, to be completely honest. Hello, Blacklight. Yeah, like, Agent 8 is definitely the best so far, but I just think... I don't know. I mean, you know, again, that is the bar. Like, I at least want something as interesting as Agent 8. Yeah, like, I mean, true, I like silent protagonists. Like, I'm not even saying they need to talk, necessarily. But, like, we still know almost nothing about 8's, like, backstory, really. Like, we know they were a soldier in the Octarian army, but we barely know anything about life in the domes still. You know, we don't really know, like, it's vaguely implied that they had some friends they left behind, which is, again, really interesting. Like, I like the little bits they give us, but I think they could give us more for another character and actually have, you know, just a bit more, because it just adds more weight to their story. Like, I think it's it's really, it doesn't take much to just give a bit of backstory that contextualizes the gameplay and makes all of the gameplay more meaningful, like, in that way. Hi, Dan. They've been not great, the rotations, yeah. Yeah. Like, not everyone is going to even beat every level of Octo expansion to get all of them M-cakes. Not everyone's going to bother reading them. They are kind of shoved away in, like, a menu. Like, it's there, but it's... And I think the subtlety is fine, and I like it, even, but I do think having some more kind of in-your-face story probably couldn't hurt. It probably, you know, could make for a good character. I mean, Mario is kind of allowed to talk in some of the RPGs through, like, dialogue options, but yeah. I don't know. I like Mario speaking as much as he does. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really necessarily think it is a bad thing that you need to engage with the lore and, like, read things to get the most out of a story. Like, I don't need it to be so blunt that it's, like, you know, over-explaining stuff. But yeah. I get that it's like the problem with something like Return of the Mammalians, okay, I mean, obviously there's like a million problems, but I do think probably part of the reason they didn't want to really explicitly have Grizz like acknowledge the Alternans and, you know, kind of really make that story more cohesive is because what if a player didn't bother reading the Alternologs? What if they didn't beat levels and unlock the Alternologs? Like, and I think, I don't know, it's hard to say, because, like, on some level, it's, I understand the desire to create a story that anyone can enjoy on any level of, like, investment, but also, you know, I think it probably would make for a better story with more interesting writing if you did assume that players were actually going to care about the story and engage with it on some level. So I don't know. I don't know what direction I would prefer, like making things more mandatory and more blatantly obvious, or just, you know, respecting the player's own ability to engage with the lore and with the more hidden stuff. Because I think in, like, a perfect world, you have something that, like, makes sense even if you don't read the lore, but, like, hits harder if you do. You know, which I do think is what we have currently, but it could be taken to, like, a, you know, much more extreme level, where things are, like, I mean, for me, that's why Splatoon 1 is still so interesting. And I know Splatoon 1 is not, like, a quote-unquote good story, but, like, I am able to... I think the Sunken Scrolls in Splatoon 1, like, you're able to read into it, which I think is interesting. Like, it's in a way that the other games just don't really have, where... You know, I mean, this was what I made the whole video about. I mean, it's not a bad story, it's just not much of a narrative. Like, it's... I don't know, I feel like I sound a little insane when I talk about it sometimes, because it's like, yeah, if you look at the actual plot of the game, it is bad guy steals fish, go kill bad guy. Like, that is, like, that's it. It's just not much deeper than that. But then, yeah, like, with the scrolls, then it's like, oh, this is, like, there's this actually, like, pretty, like, nuanced conflict going on here. and like these characters have a history and like this world, like maybe there, you know, something is actually trying to be said here. I mean, I think the Alternalogs... Actually, okay, the Alternalogs are a good example, because I actually don't really like how blunt the Alternalogs are. And, like, they do give us more information than the Splatoon 1 scrolls, in terms of, like, the humans, at least, specifically. But it's like... I don't know. I guess for me, I like having parts of it be up to the imagination. And... like... I mean, that's like my whole thing with the Great Turf War. Is like, I really, really don't ever want to see the Great Turf War, because I just think it's going to be so much cooler inside our heads than it would ever be actually made into a game. And I think, you know, just with the way Splatoon is presented, as, you know, you're playing as the youth in this very modern era who, you know, they're all obsessed with being, like, trendy and staying up to date, I just think it would be very jarring to go back to this, like, you know, century-old conflict. I just think it would be really weird and wouldn't really fit the tone and vibe and themes of the series, really. But also, yeah, like, part of the reason Splatoon is compelling is because you can imagine things that aren't shown. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's like, I want a Splatoon game with a good story, but I don't want it to be so blunt and obvious and, like, wordy. Like, I don't want it to be like an RPG or like a Sony movie game, right? Like, I still want it to feel like a Nintendo game and like a Splatoon game. And for me, I think the subtlety is a part of that, and even though, like, the optional... I don't know. I disagree with the notion that, like, it's a problem that all of the interesting parts of Splatoon lore are tucked away in the lore, because that's what makes it, you know, for the most part, really compelling to me, I would say. Especially with Splatoon 1, but also with the other games. Oh. I mean, I don't... there basically already was... Like, I just feel like the Great Turf War... I don't know, like, that was the story of Splatoon 1 and 2, was the ramifications of the Great Turf War. Like, I just feel like we've done that. I want us to not be stuck on this thing that I feel like has already been covered, you know. I just don't think a Great War is the next step for Splatoon story. There we go. I mean, it was a trade, at least. Okay, the aim is not happening. Exploring the first Inkfish civilization? I mean, I'm so opposed to time travel or even just like going to a different time period in general that it's hard for me to get behind anything that doesn't take place in modern day. Obviously there is potential there, but I don't know. Oh, I mean, that could be cool. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's interesting, but I don't know like what the narrative would be there. Besides just the past being important, I guess, obviously, but... Did I? Yeah. Oh no, splat bomb. I thought I got touch of death by the ink strike. It would be. I would be interested to see them address. I don't think they would like specifically target AI art, but like, you know, maybe having that be an element of like, you know. I don't know. Do we want to do more AI stuff? I feel like Tardar and Order have kind of covered their bases fairly well with that, where it's like... we could have something more specifically focused around art, but I don't know if they would do that. That might be a little too... Well, I don't know. I don't think Nintendo would really be like afraid to do that necessarily, but... I don't know exactly how that would be handled. Egotistical tech bro. I mean, you just have the issue of like... What's the term? Luddite? Anti-Luddite? People who are like afraid of like new technology. I don't feel like you don't want to lean too hard into the like anti, you know. It's a difficult balance to strike where I feel like, again, like Splatoon so far has been so much about the modern day and the future and looking forward that having a story, I do think it would be interesting for them to explore, like, you know, the dangers of progress for progress sake and like, you know, development of technology and stuff. I just think it's, you don't want it to be contradictory to like the themes of the series. I don't know. I mean, like, there's definitely potential there because there's the whole... Like, I would like them to, in some way, address the Inklings, you know, flaws. Like, I mean, obviously the Salmonids are, like, a big thing of, like, you know... The Inklings are doing some pretty morally just bad things in terms of their treatment of the Salmonids. And they seem to be, you know, going down a similar path to humanity in terms of, like, not really caring about the environment. And, you know, being just hedonistic and selfish and stuff. So, like, exploring that through, like, a technological lens could be interesting, too. It's just, again, like, you know, how how much do we actually think Nintendo is going to do that with Splatoon? Like, I think it would be more subtle than what we would, you know, maybe imagine as Splatoon fans. Nintendo hates making good stories that aren't Xenoblade. I mean, yeah, I think that's just Monolith making the good stories, but yeah. A deep cut deep fake would be a interesting wordplay. I don't know, I don't want to say that's like too topical for Nintendo, but I just don't know. I feel like that's a little too real, maybe, for a Splatoon story. Like, you have to imagine them addressing this, like, societal issue, but there's, like, weird talking fish people, right? Like, you have to... if we're trying to genuinely predict a story, you have to, like, you know, imagine there's some weird Nintendo take on it. So it's... That's where I'm hesitant to... Yeah, I can see this idea fully happening. Come on. That would have been a good play if I killed the Hydra. Okay, okay, we're getting some picks. Paint zone, paint zone. Cool. Yeah, I don't really have much knowledge of Fire Emblem. I only played 3 houses. So I cannot say much about that. Okay. Gotta stop jumping. Probably would have died there anyway. Well, the gameplay of Fire Emblem is very much not for me, so I know the stories are... Some of the stories are pretty good, but it's hard for me to get into. Take that assist. Hello. Oh, we can actually get lead, maybe. Hi, Hydra. Shoot. Oh my, really? Really? 1 point? Okay. 2 down. Hydra's there. Gonna try and lock in. This game is so winnable. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay, just every single thing in the universe just got thrown on the zone. Cool. Cool. Shoot. Wait, which Paper Mario... Well, yeah, I mean, there's some Paper Marios with pretty bad stories, I guess, but... I feel like it's hard to say the worst story in a Nintendo game, because, like, if you can include every... Oh my god, yeah. We're not doing great. If you include every, like, 2D Mario game, like, are those aren't good stories, but are they bad stories? They're just kind of nothing. It's probably, I think it's fair to call Sticker Star a bad story, because that game is like half pretending to be an RPG. So yeah, there should probably be a bit more going on. But in terms of like a new Super Mario Bros., I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Bum, bum, ba, dum, bum. I don't think they were trying. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know, Green Gamer, Trizuka. I am still so interested to see what they do with Paper Mario in the future. I know I've said this a couple of times, but like, just with the Thousand Year Door remake being allowed to exist, like, are they going to go back to designing original characters? Like, are we gonna get EXP again and actual leveling and special attacks? Or like, are we getting Origami King 2? I really don't know. They just need to get Tanabe off of that director role, and then maybe we'll get a game that, like, I mean, because I like Origami King, but there are some just very, very glaring flaws with the gameplay design. I think it's still an enjoyable experience as a whole, but, like, you know, the battles are not that good. And I mean, we might not have to wait that long, because, I mean, I don't know. Paper Mario games have been pretty consistent in terms of their release dates. It's been 5 years since Origami King already, which is insane. Still not leveling up. Because it was only 4 years actually between Color Splash, right? I think Color Splash was 2016, because it was like one of the last Wii U games. So yeah, we're actually maybe due a Paper Mario like next year. Well, probably not, because we just got Thousand Year Door, I guess. I don't know. Are they using that as a... They might be. They might be using that as, like, you know, the Paper Mario game in the cycle. Because it is new to, like, most people. It sold better than the GameCube version, so... Cardboard Luigi would be tough. I don't know. I mean, I would like them to do something closer to the Thousand Year Door art style. If we get like Thousand Year Door gameplay and art style with Origami King world design, it would literally just be like peak video game. And I hope something like that is possible. Parchment Peach. I mean, I don't want them to like lean too hard into the paper stuff, honestly. Oh yeah, I remember hearing that it was the Tower of Order in a bunch of other languages. Or at least some of them. You ever gonna talk about 3 wishes? I mean, I brought it up in my Splatoon 4 video. Like, what will Splatoon 4 be about? I don't really have much else to say beyond that, other than what I said in the video. I mean, I had my reaction to the performance, too, in my Grandfest video. So, I don't know. I've covered it probably as much as I'm going to. Maybe we don't play X rank because this is fine. We'll try this. Bing, 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 bing. I might play Splatoon 1 again next week because that'll be close to the 10-year anniversary. Unfortunately, the actual anniversary is like Wednesday/Thursday. It was the 29th in North America, but I feel like everyone starts celebrating the 28th because that's when it was in Japan. You Trojan horsed an analysis of 3 wishes into a project you're working on? How do you always get Splatoon 1 games so quickly? I don't, always. We had a stream where it took me 40 minutes to find a game. But on the last one, I just got really lucky. I don't know. Genuinely, the player base, like, skyrockets whenever that SRB2 dude is streaming. So, normally streaming, like, a little bit after him, I'm able to kind of still find people. I mean, that's just kind of naturally when I stream. It's not really a super intentional thing, but I think that might have been why it worked out better last time. Okay, we can try taking it this way. I mean, I don't think this... Okay, you fell twice and then died. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What was that? What is this game? What is going on right now? Why is that guy all swim speed sploosh? I leave X rank for 1 second and people start being weird. Cosmic Cloud would be... I don't even know if I want to try and pronounce that. Cosmic Volk? Maybe? Wow. Okay. Okay, well. Okay, sure. I don't know why both teams are trying to take it this way. This is not the good way to take it in Splatoon 3. I was trying to reset it, actually. I couldn't decide if I wanted to reset it or not, but I should have. Yeah, I should have. Hello? Okay. Oh, please. I tried grabbing it. Just go. Just drop. Just drop. Okay. Please. Please drop. Okay, good. We're going the good way. We're going the good way. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You didn't die. You did die. Oh, they have a beacon. They have beacons everywhere. That is not good. Risky jump. Maybe an okay jump. Maybe. Oh, I thought we already got checkpoint. Okay. Okay. Well, that guy's safe. Grizz is called Ted B. That's funny. I think I would be even more mad if about the story if that was his name in English. That's weird that so they already called him like Teddy Bear before he had the Splatoon 3 design. That's interesting. Ted B is crazy. That's guess we're taking it this way. We really should not do that. Okay, no, you're not. Good, actually. I mean, I wish our team was, like, there, but... Okay. Ugh. I'm thinking of the one scene where he reveals himself, like, you can call me Ted B. Like, okay, bro. Whatever you say. Is it time to cosmic the clouds? I suppose it is. I don't know. We haven't been winning. Oh my god. Oh my god, we have not been winning. Jeez. I didn't realize it was going this badly. Yeah. We're having an alright time. It is the game has not decided that it is time to cosmic the clouds. I low-key might stick to streaming Splatoon 1 more. Like, until something big happens with this game, I don't know. I feel like I'm low-key at a point where I genuinely have more fun playing Splatoon 1. And that's not always the case. We don't always find games. There are some bad maps, but like, I don't know. I genuinely might just start doing that. How much longer? About an hour. I'm not playing Splatoon 2. I'm not gonna play Splatoon 2 multiplayer. What are we doing here? Oh, I'm dying. That's what's happening. That's fine. Rush? That may okay, no, that's fair. Wait, is that? Oh, that was my. Okay, I thought the enemy brush just ran right behind me. Oh, hello, Zipcaster. Zipcaster. Wow, okay, I'm dead. Bum, bum, bum. Bow, 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 bow. Maybe I should play 96. Because I like Kraken, and I like winning games. That's what I said when I chose this, but then we haven't been doing that. So... maybe due for a change. I imagine most people here would say Agent 8. But yes. I do like Agent 3. In Splatoon 1, of course. I meant to select the guy on the left, but that's fine. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. That was the trade of all time. Okay. Why do people think you're supposed to take it left? That's my question. Okay. So for anyone watching this stream, in Splatoon 2, these spinners were on a timer. So sometimes you could get this, you could you know, do this jump to get the Rainmaker up here and then go that way. But in Splatoon 3, the spinner is activated by the checkpoint, and it takes a really long time to move. So it's pretty much just objectively worse to go to this checkpoint. So please don't do that. Please do not do that in the future. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Splatoon 1 has just sort of been the vibe lately with the anniversary coming up and like Dude doing the whole month of Splatoon 1 and everything, so I will probably switch back to it next week. I actually thought I was gonna grab it there, but alright. Okay, good. I see they have inked the way to the other checkpoint, the one that doesn't suck. And I blew up. We need more people on board with going this way. Okay, well. That's fine. I'm gonna switch to 96 Go. Ooh, that was a weird yawn. A Pikmin reference does not seem out of the question, although I feel like with the specials they normally want to kind of do their own thing. I mean, NZAP exists, which I guess is... But, you know, Splatoon 1 was a little different. I feel like they wouldn't, you know... They weren't quite sure what Splatoon would be and how much it would have its own identity versus just being, like, another Nintendo thing. But I feel like now they would just rather do something fully original. Lego Splatoon would be cool. That would actually get me to buy Legos for the first time in, like, 10 years. I feel like they've been doing a lot more collaborations with Nintendo lately, because they have the Lego Zelda set, they just came out with more Lego Mario. Lego Nil statue. I feel like that's not what they would go for, but that would be kind of awesome. I don't know, I guess Ingopolis Tower is like the first thing that jumps into my mind. Why am I taking it this way? Why I've just turned my brain off and just did the stupid thing I told people not to do. My bad. I was just so used to going that way because everyone kept taking it that way. Oh my god. And I walk it to okay. It's fine. Look, man, today is not clearly today is not my peak for gameplay. Okay, reset. Okay, we're not gonna do that again. I promise. I promise, I promise. Do as I say, not as I do. Exactly, exactly. Dude, I need to like wake up. I need to sit up. I need to lock in at least just a little bit. You know, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing this the whole stream. Come on now. Come on, I was about to... Does that jump kill me? Okay, 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 okay. No, 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 no. This is certainly a stream. They're gonna get checkpoint. They didn't get checkpoint. Hallelujah. Okay, let's pop this, and then let's get it not here. Thank you, vacuum. What? Okay, okay, fall off. That's fine. That's fine. Let's take it right. So I know I was stupid earlier. Okay, we're dead. That's fine. That's a wall, not a suction bomb. Well, okay, not the worst wall in the world, I guess. Okay, you take it, and we go this way, and I don't miss all my shots. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, I started hitting my shots. Let's do things. Okay, let's do. Do. Ah! Okay. Please dunk. Please dunk. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, wait, did we? We did. Okay. Oh, please. Oh my goodness. We actually do have the lead. It does not feel like we're winning, but we do have the lead. Hello. Ah. Please, just land the second shot. Just land the second shot. It's not that hard. Oh, goodbye, Greed Gamer. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoy Splatoon 2. Come on. Just land the second shot. Just land the second shot. Why am I in Fight Club? Get out, get out, get out. Come on. Come on. Okay. Come on. Just let me win a game. Just let me win one game. So, dude, I'm so done with torpedoes. I need to go back to playing Splatoon 1 purely to not have torpedoes. I hate to... Stop it. Stop it, please. I'm losing my mind. Why'd you not go up? Why did it not go? It's supposed to go up when you charge into a wall. Oh my god. Okay, just hold it there. We don't need to be aggro. We can literally just play it safe. We don't need to do all that. We don't need to be doing that, guys. We can just put a wall, just hide behind the wall, just live, just don't walk into the torpedoes. We'll kill the guy. Let me get another wall. Okay, that was not out in time. You're attacking me. I landed the shots. Dude, please do not wave breaker. Please, okay. Okay, we just have to kill the guy. Please just kill the guy. We're gonna kill the guy. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. I don't think I can handle any more Sturgeon Shipyard. I think we're gonna change rotation. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? Are you enjoying your Saturday afternoon? Or evening if you're European? Let's try this. Why it really flounder? We got two of the same maps. They just like swapped from series to open. What other Splatoon Lego sets would be cool? I'm trying to think. Oh, Octostomp, I feel like would be a funny one. I would enjoy that. I guess the Octobot King would be cool. What would a Lego Octavio look like? It'd be cool to see like the minifigure hair for like Inkling Girl. I want this now. I hope they do this eventually. Maybe I can. Oh my goodness gracious. That was the stupidest way I've ever died. Deep Sea Metro would be, I guess, like Central Station. That'd be kind of cool if it was sort of like a what do you call it? Where it's like cut in half so you can see inside. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think they would like go together though, because Nil's statue, I imagine it would just be like the part that's above the water, just kind of like the bust. I feel like if you had it, you know, you couldn't, it wouldn't physically like go on top of Central Station. I mean, maybe it could, but that'd be kind of insane. Okay. I also don't think realistically we would get 3 Octo expansion sets. It'd probably be like Inkopolis, probably like Scorch Gorge. I don't know. Like I don't know if they would do Splatoon 1 things too much. Like Inkopolis Plaza is in the game with the DLC, so maybe that's like iconic enough. But I imagine it being like Splatsville or like Scorch Gorge. Oh, you see, okay. I do think Amori Towers would be cool. I can imagine it kind of looking like the Smash stage. Yeah, I mean, 4v3. Fair enough. Urchin Underpass would be neat if it was like the middle section, maybe. This is making me want to, I was gonna say, like, this is making me want to build these sets, but really what it's making me want to do is build more Splatoon stuff in Minecraft. I built Inkopolis Square in Minecraft once. I I think it was on a survival world, actually. I don't know. I don't think I ever finished it, really. I should just do it in creative mode. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever built the deep sea metro in Minecraft. Probably someone has. I don't feel like I've seen that before, though. That'd be kind of fun. That could be a stream, maybe. I don't know. Building Splatoon stuff in Minecraft on stream. That could be kind of fun. I don't know, maybe I can ask people in the Discord if that's something they'd be interested in. I say that a lot and then I always forget to actually ask people in Discord, but maybe I'll actually do it this time. I feel like that could be a fun thing to do. What are more... Well, if that's the case, I feel like I'd want to build more obscure things. Well, it'd be cool... You know what would be cool? Is, like, to build the Deep Sea Metro Central Station, but then actually build, like, the... kind of like the tutorial part and, like, the abandoned station and, like, connect it to it. So you could fully explore it. That'd be cool. This may be a thing we do in the future, because this sounds fun now. I don't know, I've never done like a creative Minecraft stream. Like creative mode, I don't know. I guess I watched, that guy build Zelda. There's a guy who built Breath of the Wild in Minecraft, Grazi. I think that's how you say his name. I watched a bunch of his streams of that, so. Potentially be entertaining. Yeah, they literally built the entirety of Breath of the Wild. It's kind of insane. I would recommend the videos. He made like a video covering each region and then like the whole thing. Okay. Well, really? The blob... Was that the ricochet? Or did he just shoot me again? I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it took like... I forget if it was like 2.5 or like 3 years. But it was like, yeah, it's insane. I mean, I was following it pretty much since the beginning, because I got like the first video recommended to me. Then I watched them as they came out. But yeah, no, it's a really cool project. It was really cool to see it come together. That's kind of the only like real Minecraft thing I've been like invested in a long time. It's kind of sad when it was over. I think he said he might do Tears of the Kingdom, but I know he wants to like work on a bunch of other projects in between to kind of, you know, not be super burnt out of it, which is fair. Oh god. But yeah, it's just Grazzy. Grazi is his channel, I believe. I just another shout out because it is a very cool project if you're interested. Oh god, I did not mean to press Y. Why did I press Y? Okay, dude. The gameplay is not coming together today. Maybe we just start like yapping. Maybe we just like play side order or something. Because the PvP is clearly just not happening today. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The maps today have not been very great. up an extra and get immediately back down. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's one of those days. One of those days. I feel like I played better when I was like tired. I like didn't have work today. So I'm like, oh, I can like stream early and like be energetic and like now it's just like 40 game lose streak. Okay. What? Huh? Why'd the wall go there? Don't do that wall. Don't do that wall. Procrastinating brain. Yeah. Oh, the trip was good. Thank you for asking. It was nice. We just like hung out and got food and did some cool stuff. We did rock climbing, I guess was... trying to think if that was like the most interesting thing we did. I guess we just went on like a big like walk through like this cool like park just like around a lake. Went to like a shopping mall and stuff. It was pretty chill. It was pretty low key, but it was cool. It was a good time. And we played games. Whenever we meet up, we try to play like, you know, stuff you can't really play easily online. So we brought like Nintendo Land. Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't very good at it. My friends were a bit better, so I had more fun like watching people do it, but it was cool. I'm legit gonna pivot to playing side order because I want to play Splatoon 3 right now, but I do not. I'm just not feeling the PvP. So let's do a side order run. Why not? I think I'm like out of membucks or like very low. Yeah, I'm pretty low. And I still, for some reason, actually do the cipher sifting thing normally when I get on. So, we'll just, I don't know what hacks I have. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I don't know. What weapon do you guys want to see? Maybe I can leave that up to chat. Or Destiny, who is like currently the one person talking in chat. I don't know if anyone else is here. I don't have the viewer count up. Blaster? I can do Blaster. Are there any other votes, Stringer? I don't know how I'm gonna determine if there's a tie. Charger? Okay, everyone's saying a different thing. Oh, I gotta get the... Okay, let's see. Blaster, Stringer, Charger. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, Blaster. You lost your rank up battle to a team full of blasters. That is rough. I feel like every time I play side order now, I'm either like, I just play Charger and do like speedrun strats, or I just like go for lucky stuff so that I get a million drops and lucky bombs and things. So I don't know, should we go for like a specific... I've never done like a monochrome build. I mean, I could just do all attack. But that's, let's, Let's start off with firing speed, because blaster firing speed is funny. I still don't get how Merch is supposed to use a blaster, by the way. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to address, like, non-Inkfish characters being able to... I mean, I guess it's, like, just the weapon they would be most likely to choose, not necessarily the one they use, but then there was, like, that one thing about the members of, like, Squid Squad or something playing Rainmaker when they're not all Inkfish, so I just don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things they're never going to properly acknowledge. I think the volume's kind of quiet. Let me know if that's good. I turned it up a bit. Yeah, Merch feels random. I feel like they just wanted, like... Because he's in all of the hub worlds, so he's, like, kind of like a more relevant side character than, like, the other shopkeepers. But, I don't know. I guess recovery rate is alright. Maybe they do it with water, but they can't, like, swim in it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember the exact wording. It was members of some band. Well, the thing with Oct is that they exist in person in the Memverse, but I guess 8 also does. Well, no, yeah, no, I don't know why there isn't an Oct palette, honestly. Because there's a Marina and Pearl one. Yeah, what am I saying? So I don't know. The Oct situation doesn't really make sense. That is the one that really bothers me, that line, because, like, it just doesn't... It's one of those things where they just pretend it makes sense, but it just literally doesn't. Like, Marina says, like... Because they address it, but Oct is like, hey, so why don't I have a palette? And Marina's like, oh, it looks like when your soul was pulled into the Memverse, it fixed onto you before it could get turned into a palette. But why was Oct already in the Memverse before their soul was? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, I don't really know what they were going for there. I, like, just started this run, Emzo. Splat and recovery, yes. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they didn't just go with an Oct palette. Because, I mean, Oct doesn't like fighting. Like, that's the only real thing I feel like is like... But, like, does Merch? Like, Merch just sits there normally and fixes people's gear, so I don't know. And it shouldn't really matter whether or not they like fighting, because that's just how the Memverse works. I don't know. Let's go with this. What weapon do I think Oct would use? Yeah, I was thinking Charger, because it's like, they wouldn't want to be like up front, you know, in the thick of things, but also I feel like because they're not really much of a fighter, I feel like Charger's kind of like a skilled weapon, and they might only really know how to use like an Octo Shot. So I sort of almost just like, I don't know, maybe, it seems boring to just say a shooter, but I feel like they just wouldn't really be comfortable with anything else. If we're assuming they can have weapons other than just the basic weapon classes, maybe I would say like Jet Squelcher. but I don't know if that's a thing. I still think it's funny that I just like gaslit myself into thinking Octavio used a brush and had that like I still think brush fits better. I don't know. I still wish Octavio was brush and Sheldon was splatling, but I get what they were going for, I guess. Radius would be good, but I want more fire rate. Yeah, we're on side order because I wouldn't say I rage quit exactly, but I got tired of PvP. Octavio is splatling. Which, like, you know, I guess he uses a giant mech, so the idea is just, like, heavy weapons. I don't know. I just think Brush... It being an Octo Brush, and him being, like, a... You know, I don't know, he has, like, a samurai helmet. I just always imagine him fighting with a brush. I just think I've seen enough, like, fan art and fandom interpretations of Octavio where he used a brush. So I thought that was real, but it was never actually a thing. And then I just think splatling works really well for Sheldon, because like, he's like, you know, the weapons guy would want to like build the biggest gun. I don't know, in my mind that makes sense. Like I imagine him like tinkering on a splatling. I guess with a brush you can argue it's like, you know, the octo brush is like carved out of wood, so it's like a handcrafted thing, but like I don't know. I don't think they would have had splatlings. I feel like they're more recent. It took me a while to realize why they were named that too, so I'm... You're good. Oh, mobile ink recovery would have been good, actually, shoot. Oh, okay, well, iron speed. I'll take that. Yeah, it would be neat. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how heavily they'll lean into the past thing, but it might be for like, yeah, maybe like the weapon designs would look a bit older. I can imagine like an old splat bomb being made out of like bamboo or something instead of plastic. That'd be kind of cool. Sort of reminds me of like the how in Pokemon Legends Arceus you have like the old Pokeballs. Something sort of like of that vibe or design would be kind of cool. Nope. Actually, yes. We are becoming Orpal. I'm definitely excited to see what the hub world looks like, because I'm expecting it to just graphically be so much better than Splatsville. I feel like it will be less than what people want. Like, I don't know. I guess my stance on it is still like, you know, I like the general aesthetic of Splatoon and I don't want them to deviate from it, like, too far. So I don't mind that, like, Chaos didn't, you know, completely alter the look of every single map and the hub world and everything. But I know a lot of people kind of wanted it to be more impactful. So I feel like whatever they do with past, you know, we're gonna get people who are, like, saying that they wish it was more past themed, but yeah, I don't expect it to be like overwhelmingly, you know, a part of the game's design, I guess. I mean, I like the idea of it being like tropical or on a beach or something. I think that's just something that works well with Splatoon's kind of like summery vibes, and having a big, you know, focus on water would just contrast the Splatlands desert really well. Reminds me of Splatoon Island. It amazes me how much of like a lasting legacy Splatoon Island has. I don't even know if I ever watched the full video. Like, I guess a lot of people just thought it was real? Like, I don't know, it was so obvious to me immediately watching that video. I'm like, oh, okay, this is like a fan-made thing. But it was like, people still talk about it to this day, like, I don't know. I don't know who made it. I don't know who the creator was, I don't remember. Like a Mike something? Yeah, I don't even know if they're like a prominent, like, Splatoon person. Mike Deltarune. Of course. What's Splatoon Island? It was just like this video someone made of like, I think it was like a Splatoon mobile app. Almost like, I don't know, like, I forget like what the like gameplay concept was, but it was, you know, just like a companion app to like Splatoon. But it had like full like animations of like Callie and Marie in like swimsuits and like a whole like, I don't know if there was like a hub. It's been forever since I saw the video, but I think a lot of people just thought it was like a real thing, and it was just a fan-made thing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still hear people bring it up to this day. It's from like 2018, I think. Okay, now we're starting to get to Funny Blaster. Oh, if they did make that, I was not aware of it. That is unfortunate, though. Saber. Yeah, I did not ever know that, but okay, well. Yeah, I mean, apparently a lot of people fell for it. I don't know. I remember, like, Etika reacting to it. I don't know, I'm scared to look it up now after you guys saying that they made that other thing. But I wonder how many views it has. Splatoon Island. I'm just curious. 5.3 million views. Dang. So yeah, I guess it was big. Sure. I don't know. Oh no, a heartbreak emoji. Yeah. That's pretty much my reaction, I guess. Yes, it is now time to cosmic the clouds. In the single player mode where I have all the overpowered upgrades. This does affect Blaster, right? I think it does. Hello guys. I don't like these guys, by the way. I just don't think they're fun. Like, I've come to the realization with side orders, like, I literally just don't even enjoy, like, 3 of the 5 objectives. It's not like, I mean, I don't, like, hate it, but, like, I don't know, man. Why did we have to bring back Tentacooks? Oh, nice firing speed. I've heard Eurovision. I mean, someone explained it earlier, so I know what it is, I guess. But oh, I forgot just how insane this gets. Right. Okay. I do run out of ink like instantly though, so. Okay, not that that even matters. Okay, yeah, we gotta go like all ink recovery now. Oh, hi, Natalie. End minute E. What'd you guys miss? I played PvP and lost a bunch, so I started playing side order pretty much. Do ink recovery. This year it's horrible. Oh, okay. Also, I feel like I would like this mode so much better if, like, there's definitely just like a hard cap on how fast the turbine tower can move. I feel like if you have like maximum damage, you should just be able to make it like zoom across the map instantly. And for some reason, it doesn't work like that. I feel like it doesn't like scale as well as the other objectives. I mean, yeah, you can make it go like pretty fast, but I don't know. I feel like it never feels like proportionate to the damage you stack. Let's see. Oh, I mean, piercing. More damage would be funny, but I feel like I'm good on that. Ink saver. Going full red and purple build, I guess. Why'd you run towards it? Yeah, I just have to like touch these guys and they're dead. I feel like we're done with Agent 8, to be honest. I don't know, unless they're just like the token DLC character. But I doubt Splatoon 3's base story mode would be 8. I mean, we can explore other Octarians. I don't know. Yeah, I'd kind of rather just get, like, a different character, but also in some way give us some, like, more kind of overarching Octarian lore. Can I just get some ink recovery or saver? Thank you very much. Sometimes you just gotta ask. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got all of the memcake lore we're going to get, to be honest. They make, like, enough sense, in my opinion. Like, there's some questions with them. I guess Side Order confuses some things with 8's memory, but, like, I don't know. Cool. Okay, I was trying to just not knock them back into the ball. Yeah, I hope it's not Little Judd. I don't think it will be, but, you know, we'll see. I kind of want to be done with 8, to be honest. Like, I don't know, when something is good, I do not think the next step is always to just do more of it. I want a new character that is as good as 8, or better. I don't just want more of 8 at this point. I just feel like they've had... I mean, I would have been content with Octo Expansion being their story, but now we've Octo Expansion and Side Order, I don't know. I feel like they're established, like they're they're chilling on the surface, they got a good life, they got some friends. Like, just let them be. Yeah, I definitely want to be done with agents. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think prequels work for Splatoon. I just think the series kind of depends on being in real time in a way that other games don't. I don't know. They could make it work, I just... Oh, please don't die. Okay, it's fine, I got an extra life. Yes, Carly. I mean, we don't really have a great understanding of it, but, like, Shiver is an Octoling who grew up on the surface. It seems like the Splatlandian Octarians, for the most... The word Octarian is confusing, because sometimes it isn't clear if that refers to, you know, all of them, or specifically the ones underground. But there were Octolings who were unaffected, or at least, you know, they weren't underground in, like, the Exile. They were just, you know, somehow separate from that conflict. What do you think they would do instead of agents? I mean, just like a person. I just want to play as like a named like a teenage character. Like I just want it to be like a inkling youth in the world of Splatoon that gets caught up in some kind of like, you know, situation. Like I don't want it to always be like there's some person who like recruits us, you know, because that just feels a little. It was fine the first few times, but it's sort of overplayed at this point. Like I just want it to be like we're a character who, because you know, I mean, in Side Order, and really, I mean, Octo Expansion, we're not exactly recruited, but you know, there's some authority figure character who is like, hey, you're gonna work for me now and help do the story. I want it to just be more like Side Order, or I mean, just really like anything, but like. It doesn't have to be like Side Order, but I like that in Side Order, it's just 8 is just their own person who knows Pearl and Marina as friends and gets caught up in this, you know, problem that they have to solve together. So just something like that, but just with a new group of characters. Maybe just like a group of like teenagers who are all kind of like just friends with one another, and it's not like someone telling us to do something. Yeah, whether or not they talk, I mean, if they're gonna keep a silent protagonist, what I would like it to be is like, there's one character we play as, and then like 3 other just like Inklings or Octolings who talk and have a dynamic, and it's just like a team. Like, I don't know, I really like the idea of bringing the kind of, the like setting of Splatoon's multiplayer into the single player, where it's just like you are an Inkling or Octoling who plays Turf Wars, and then you get caught up in this adventure, which is kind of what the agents are, but I want it to be more like seamless, I guess. I think it would be interesting to just have it go from like, you know, you're just in the city and there's just something happening. Like, I don't know. I disagree that they have to. I think the gameplay is fine. You just have to put more cutscenes. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, I think ideally, you have things like the rocket sequence or the Octo Expansion escape sequence, where you have, you know, there's a story reason for the gameplay to be happening. You're in these more fleshed out environments that feel like actual locations. Like, yes, if more of the game was like that, I think that would be better and definitely allow them to tell more of a story. But I like that those places still have Splatoon platforming gameplay and combat. Like, I don't think you have to completely shift the gameplay style. I mean, I obviously want them to do something new, but I think you can have the best of both worlds. I think they just have to give the game a bigger budget and more time. And the devs need to, like, care enough. This is not no hex. This is very much not no hex. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm like the defender of the floating platform gameplay, I guess, among like lore people, because I just like Splatoon gameplay a lot. But I also think it's like, at least for me, it doesn't take that much, you know. I think you can easily insert just a little bit of detail to add a lot of believability when it comes to the floating platforms. Which is why it's a thing that it doesn't really bother me in Splatoon 1 and 2, because if you actually look at the terrain of the levels compared to Octo Expansion and Alterna, they are more fleshed out. Like, there's still floating platforms, but they are blended much better into the environment. There's lots of levels that have, like, water you know, the kind of death plane is just like a pool of water, and the platforms are actually, you know, kind of coming out of it and like attached, and it's not just like, you know, abstract floating islands. I think if we just, yeah. I mean, yeah, and I don't think they can do that forever. I just think there can be a similar, you know, Alterna is like the lowest point. We've done better than Alterna before in terms of the visuals actually, you know, connecting to the story and setting of the game. So I don't think we need to completely ditch it. I think they just need to go back to, you know, actually making it at least a little bit believable and make a little bit of sense. Because Alterna, again, like, we literally have nothing. We don't know why the tests exist. We don't know where they are. We don't know how they work. Like, they just don't have any explanation at all. Whereas the domes, like, especially in Splatoon 1, the platforms, even when they're just floating like cube platforms, they are technically explained as being like Octarian hover technology, and there's little, like, you know, UFO lights on them, and like there's little bits of detail that kind of at least imply a reason for the floating platforms, which the games after that just really don't even do at all. So for me, I just want to at least see us go back to that level of detail, I guess. Oh, we spent all the budget on that tutorial place? Yeah, they did. But the ending of Octo Expansion, I think is enough. I mean, I think it's great. Like, there's still some floating platforms and still a bit of, you know, weird stuff, but it generally, like, feels like we're actually exploring the back end of Kamaboko. You know, the energy core thing is like a whole, like, reactor. Like, that makes sense. The peristalsis phase, like, for me, that is the perfect amount, like, of actually making the setting look like a setting and actually having good gameplay. So that, if we could get that, I mean, if we could get that for a whole game, I would be perfectly satisfied, personally. I don't even know if that's feasible, though, but that would be enough for me, at least. I have played Undertale Yellow, yes. It is pretty good. I have some issues with the story. And, you know, I mean, for me, I didn't, like, you know, it definitely didn't hit anywhere near as hard as, like, the actual Undertale. But for a fan game, it is pretty incredible. The music is really great. The gameplay's pretty good. The story's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the main issue, but the Zapfish randomly being shoved in is definitely annoying. You know what? A little bit of range probably couldn't hurt. I guess it's mostly just like the timeline was kind of weird. Like, I don't really like their interpretation of, like, when the events of Undertale happen, I guess. Like, I guess I just like the idea that there was more time between each of the humans falling. Like, I think Alphys being around and the True Lab stuff happening during that story is weird, because, like, I feel like in Undertale it's kind of implied that that all happened way after the previous human fell. I also don't really... I think Flowey is well written in Undertale Yellow, but I just like... I think his character works better if Frisk is the first human he meets. You know, besides the first fallen human, Kara, obviously. And just some of the character writing I thought was like, you know, like Dalv is like whatever. Like I don't really, he doesn't really do much to the story. But it was enjoyable. It was still cool. I guess it's just like when it was doing its own story with its own characters, it was very cool. I just the ways in which it kind of either contradicts or just doesn't quite fit in with Undertale lore or my own interpretation of Undertale lore is where I just didn't like it as much, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dalv is just like, it's very clear they made a demo for the game where they're like, okay, what if there was this like alternate path through the ruins and there was this character at the end? And then later they were like, hey, what if we made like this western area? And then trying to actually like connect them together, I just feel like it didn't really come together. And doesn't like really matter that much. Like I don't think Dalv being there makes the rest of the game worse. I just think it's definitely the worst part of the game and the worst major character. A double jump in Splatoon would be cool. I've been saying I want them to bring back the drone, maybe not literally as like Pearl drone, but the glide mechanic I would love to see used with some like actual platforming. Like yeah, if you had like a double jump and a glide in Splatoon, that'd be really cool. I mean, there's so much potential. Like and it's why again Alterna, they just barely did anything with the Squid Roll and Surge. I want a Splatoon game that just really goes all in with platforming mechanics again, because I just really feel like it's been since Splatoon 1 since they actually introduced like a lot of new things. Yeah, I really just want an emphasis on platforming again. Oh my god. This build is a little insane. Soroba was pretty good. I think the whole, like, I'm going to inject my daughter with this dangerous serum part was a little, a little iffy. But she was pretty good. Probably don't need to think too hard about this. It is literally the last floor, but screw it. It keeps giving me damage. I'm just gonna take damage. Soroba's probably the best character in the game, though, all things said. Like, I feel like the game is definitely, especially in The Pacifist, I mean, it's like about her. I think her introduction is kind of not great. I think that's something all the characters in Undertale Yellow kind of struggle with. Like, they just kind of show up. Like, I don't feel like they have... I don't know, I think it's weird that Soroba is just kind of like there while Starlo is introducing himself. And then she kind of ends up becoming like way more important than him. Like, I don't know. I think she sort of should have had more of her like own moment. And Martlet is like, I don't really care about her, to be honest. Hello, Bob. Time to melt Smollusk. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, Side Order has some really cool looking environments. I just wish they weren't so samey. Like, I do think it all kind of blends together. I mean, this arena stands out for sure. I love the, like, cityscape below, but... Yeah, I mean, it's justified fairly well within the story. It just feels a little, like... I don't know. I mean, it's been a minute since I've played or watched the game, so I haven't thought about it that hard, I guess, but it was pretty solid. Her like just arc generally. I will say I kind of feel like the game wanted me to care more about Clover than I did. Also, like, because, you know, the end of the story, like, I think the, you know, the emotional kind of moment and impact of that, like, it worked for me, and I think it was pretty good for, like, the pacifist ending, but I don't know. I felt like it could have hit a lot harder if Clover was more of kind of their own character before that point. And I get them wanting to keep, you know, them being like a silent protagonist, but... Alright, well, that was the Side Order run. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Probably will go ahead and end it here. Yeah, next week I think we're gonna go back to Splatoon 1 to kind of celebrate 10th anniversary. Also to celebrate 10th anniversary, hopefully that's when I'm gonna have the ranking video out that I've been working on forever. I think it should be pretty feasible to finish it by then. Like I said in that community post, I'm about like 80% done with it, just in terms of the number of levels I've edited, so should be doable. So look forward to that, I guess. I know it's been a while since I've like uploaded something, and I feel I mean, I shouldn't like feel bad necessarily, but I wanted this to not take as long as it did. I guess I'll put it that way. So I'll be very excited to actually have it done. I think I'll do Splatoon 1 next week and then Minecraft maybe after that. I like the idea of building Splatoon stuff in Minecraft. That seems fun. So I would like to do that, but we'll save that for a bit. But yeah, feels weird ending the stream in the Order sector. I haven't done that since since we beat the game the first time. I play on Java. Yeah, I've always been Java guy. Good, yeah. But yeah, I'm out of things to say. So thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new here, we do have a Discord. You can join through the link in the description if you would like to hang out and keep talking about stuff. But regardless, hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. This has been Cosmic. Farewell.